Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all well. We are going to start with a few little points of admin, if possible. Firstly, thank you very much for watching my videos thus far. If you could leave me a like or a subscribe or anything like that as you go along, that would be absolutely wonderful. Let me just take my headphones off. God, it's weird. If I keep my headphones on, I can hear sort of a double voice of myself, which is a bit disconcerting. So yeah, if you could like and subscribe, that would be absolutely amazing. Secondly, this is the first recording session post leaving my job, woohoo, which is quite exciting for me. So it means I'm going to have a little bit more time than I have been to record, so I'm going to try and keep up maybe 6 videos a day instead of 2, purely because I've got that much time on my hands. And lastly, this video is the first request that I've had in terms of what people want me to play as in this game, and I've had a request in, and it is to play as where are they? Persia. So we're going to have a role of Persia, so thanks very much for that. If you want to leave me another comment, either on this video or on any of the others, along with a like and subscribe, of course, house rules. If you want to leave me any ideas about what you want me to do, then please let me know. So we're going to keep it on a small map, purely so that this isn't too demanding on my computer whilst it's recording. I use an Elgato recorder to grab the screen. As people know, I can't get the sound to work. I can't get the sound to be taken from the HDMI cable that also takes the screen input, whilst also getting this audio that you can hear now. I'm using the Elgato HD recorder, and I'm using the sort of commentary function on it. So if anyone knows how to sort that, then please let me know. That would be wonderful. Now, Persia, I have been reading up a little bit on, and I will admit I have played one game with Persia so far. I did sort of a little practice run before this record, and it went terribly. It was absolutely awful. We're going to play on a continents map, and I practiced on a continents map, and I managed to sort of go to war with everyone on my continent in an attempt to take it over. Before I met the second continent, so I wouldn't get any diplomatic negatives by doing that. But I mucked it up. I took on Genghis Khan, I killed them, and I absolutely failed at taking on Napoleon. By that point, he'd out-teched me. I'd spent so long trying to make the most out of my immortals. I'll explain a little bit more about what Persia do. But I'd taken so much effort trying to build immortals at the start that my gold was weird, my unhappiness was horrible, my tech was just abysmal. I mean, you know, I was trying to fight musketmen with my immortals, and obviously French musketmen just it wasn't very good. So we're gonna try and learn from what we did last time. So continents, small emperor again. I don't want to go any harder, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and go for a domination victory with Persia, but his ability is that we can sort of spec out onto another victory if needed, if it doesn't go very well, but I will explain a little bit later. But we're going to go on Emperor. I don't trust myself to go on Immortal with Persia. I just can't get the early game wars tactics down. We'll see if we can do better this time. So we're going to gameplay Standard. I think that's good. Epic I enjoy, but it is a bit long, so I'm going to stick on Standard for now. We've got 6 people. We're going to keep the settings fairly normal. It looks all good to me. We're going to keep quick combat on. Yeah, let's just check. Oh, hello, what's going on here? Let's just check the naming scheme. Yeah, it's all standard. Wonderful. Let's have a game. So thanks again for the request. If you can leave me likes and subscribes, then that would be fantastic. And we shall get started. Now, Persia have a problem for me, and that is that I cannot name any of the Persian cities. That for whatever reason, it's the sort of combination between the sort of varying letters and nuances, and I just can't pronounce it. So what I'm going to do is I am actually going to rename my cities in an attempt to try and not embarrass myself with the really, really bad pronunciation. So that is why I'm going to be renaming the cities. Now, just to have a quick explanation of Persia, the main principle for Persia is to get lots and lots and lots of golden ages. That is their ambition. So golden ages are 50% longer. Whilst we're in a golden age, we get +1 movement and +10% combat strength, and that is on top of the culture production and gold bonuses that you get in a Golden Age. So effectively, your entire empire gets buffed a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. And it's across the board. Now, this +1 movement and all of it says all units. I have a feeling it's not embarked units and it's not planes, stuff like that. But I think it's most land units do get that bonus. The 10% is got by pretty much anyone. Immortals are a replacement for spearmen, and they are identical apart from having, I think it's 12 strength instead of 11 and 56 cost instead of, I think, 65 or 60. So it's a little bit cheaper and a little bit stronger. The main difference is that they get 10% extra healing, so 10 health extra wherever they are. So if they're healing in their own territory, they get 30 per turn. If they're healing in unfriendly territory, they get 20 per turn. So there's a lot to like about Immortals. They're very good meat shields, and I'll explain a little bit as we go along. Satrap's Court, I think, is actually better than the Immortals. You get 2 happiness for having a bank, which is really handy. So we want to be fighting once we've got the Satrap's Court. The last practice playthrough, I tried to fight as soon as we got Immortals, and it's just not worth the... And I'll explain as we go along. We want to wait until we get the courts up, so we've got extra gold, extra happiness to fund our wars, and hopefully by that point we will have had maybe 5 or 6 Immortals that we've bought that we've already upgraded to pikemen. Pikemen, of course, being more powerful, and that's where we're going to go into war. We're going to go to war in sort of medieval era, try and go for domination victory, but we're going to have a sort of diplomatic and scientific fallback if needed. So you can see here we've got a double gold start. That's not too bad. We've got some furs as well. We're on a river. We're quite near the coast, but at this point I never like moving to the coast more than like 1 tile away at the beginning of the game, just in case it's sort of a weird inland sea or something. So I'm just going to keep the capital where it is for now. I'd rather keep on the river than go for the extra hills. We'll see if that pays off for me. A double wheat start as well. That's good. That means we should get a granary up pretty quickly. We are going to tech straight to the pottery. We're going to get some pottery in order to get that granary quickly, and also try and build a shrine. And then we're going to go straight for writing. Now, chances are on Emperor difficulty, you can see here that we don't have any forest and we're not built on a hill. So it looks like getting the Great Library is going to be completely out of the question, but that's fine. We can go for a regular library. It does pretty much the same thing. It's a lot cheaper to build. After that, we're going to go for some mining. We're going to unlock our gems, and then we can sort of play it by ear from there. Now, in terms of how we're going to play the game, Persia are an unusual one. Now, everybody knows my love of liberty. I prefer a liberty start over a tradition start. I get the benefits of tradition and the extra growth, the 3 culture buildings and the capital benefits. They are handy. But I just think that liberty is better in terms of, if you've only got 4 cities, then liberty still gives you stuff. It doesn't give you as much stuff as tradition, admittedly. You only get the 1 culture instead of 2. And you don't get that +3. You get extra production, but you don't get the wonder building. You get, there's bits and pieces that are good, but liberty gives you the option to conquest better. But the more cities you've got, the better liberty becomes. And it also gives us once we've taken over our continent, there's nothing to stop us from sporting 13, 14 cities across the continent, and sort of taking over from there. So we're going to start on liberty, and we're going to try and get the closing bonus on the liberty tree. To get 3 great person, we're going to try and stack that / time it with getting civil service. Now, this is our biggest goal, is to get the Chichen Itza. I failed this on my practice run and it killed me. So we're going to try and get the Chichen Itza. So we're going to go to philosophy, build ourselves a national college as quickly as we can, and then we're going to go to the Chichen Itza. Now, the Chichen Itza, the length of the Golden Age is increased by 50%. Unfortunately, that doesn't stack with the 50% that we've got, so it doesn't turn it into 225%, it just adds. So that would make our Golden Ages 200% longer, but it's really handy. There's a phrase playing with Persia that you can sort of go for, which is to be forever golden. And that means to have as many Golden Ages as you can. That basically means that you play the entire game in a Golden Age. And if you get the Chichen Itza, you're halfway there. Later in the game, we're going to go for an ideology, and we're going to go for freedom. Freedom is not a a natural conquest, domination ideology to go for, but it can increase our our golden ages, again by another 50%, which is awesome. If we get all three, we've already got the first one by just being Persia. You know, we showed up, we've got the points, it's all good. If we can get all three, then we can get 250% length golden ages, basically putting us into a golden age for far longer than we're not in a golden age at least. So that is the plan. So we're going to go Liberty, Chichen Itza, and sort of work our way to freedom. We will either stop on the aesthetics tree. The aesthetics tree, again, domination is not a natural fit, but the increased amounts of great artists, 3 great artists, a 3 golden age. You've also got a 3 golden age from Liberty as well. It stacks really well with Persia. Just by being in a golden age, we will be able to get our gold income up a lot. It'll be worth it. And then we can either stop by rationalism. We're probably going to have a lot of trading posts as Persia, or patronage, depending on whether we need the happiness to fuel our expansion or the science to fuel our expansion. One of the two. We'll see how we go. We are going to try and go for 3 city start. We're going to try and go straight for the collective rule policy. We're going to get one... Yeah, we're going to get 1 point of tradition first to get that extra bonus culture at the start of the game. 3 culture, then go liberty, then go all the way down to collective rule, and see if we can get a 3-city start, so that by that time we can build the national college fairly quickly. That's our plan. Let's see if it will work, eh? We're on a continent. It's not going to be too big, so there's no point building any scouts as such at the moment. I'm going to go straight for a monument. Okay, so we're going to go straight for a monument. I'm going to use my my warrior to just go and explore a little bit. So, that was a very long turn 1, but I promise we'll power through some of the earlier turns now. It'll be good. So, we can continue explore. Okay, there's another stack of gold. We've got a ruin over here. So it seems like we're on a pretty high plane start. Persia doesn't have... England immediately. Okay, well, we started right on top of them. Okay, we're going to have to try and go for this ruin. So let's see if I can pinch it before the scouts get there. I think we might just about do that. Yeah, here we go. England, having England as a neighbour, they're fairly war-heavy, but they tend to be more naval, so they shouldn't be too much of a problem. And Japan, again, another war state, so we've got up against it. We get the population from the ruin. That's possibly the best thing to get, if not the culture, right at the start of the game. That's not bad at all.